A fresh controversy has broken out over whether the recent US airstrikes actually destroyed Iran's nuclear facilities or not. While US President Donald Trump has strongly claimed that the strikes were a total success and completely destroyed Iran's nuclear program, a new intelligence report is suggesting otherwise. According to this early assessment by the Defense Intelligence Agency, the strikes only managed to slow down Iran's nuclear work by a few months, not wipe out completely like Trump has been saying. The report, shared by resources familiar with the situation and first covered by Reuters, revealed that while the bombs damaged part of Iran's nuclear facilities, the country's enriched uranium stockpile were not eliminated. Most importantly, a large part of Iran's nuclear program is buried deep underground, protected by thick layers of rock and concrete. This means that the attack likely delayed Iran's nuclear plans by just 1 or 2 months. Well, the United States used some of its most powerful weapons in this particular operations, including the massive 30,000-pound bunker buster bomb aimed at destroying Iran's key sites like Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. The DIA report mentioned that the strikes successfully sealed off the entrances of 2 of the facilities, but the underground parts, where the real nuclear work really happens, kind of survived. Simply put, then the buildings above ground were heavily damaged, but the hidden underground structures were not destroyed. Despite this, the White House and Trump have rejected the report, claiming it completely wrong. Trump fired back at one of the media houses as well, accusing them of spreading the fake news to downplay what he called one of the most successful military strikes in the history. In a post on Truth Social, Trump wrote, "The nuclear facility in Iran are completely destroyed. CNN and the New York Times are lying, and the public knows it." In fact, speaking to the reporters, Trump confidently said Iran will never be able to rebuild those nuclear facilities. That place is under a rock. It's demolished. Our B-2 bomber pilots did an incredible job. That place is gone. However, reports from outlets like the Washington Post suggest that some of Iran's centrifuges, the machines that help produce nuclear fuel, are still functional even after the attack. Adding to the debate, the US government told the United Nations Security Council that the airstrikes had degraded Iran's nuclear program, but didn't claim that it was fully destroyed. This language itself shows that even officials recognize the strikes were damaging, but they were not total knockout. Now, on the other hand, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu praised the attack, claiming that it removed the immediate threat of Iran developing nuclear weapons. He also warned that Israel remains committed to stopping any future attempts by Iran to restart its nuclear weapons program. Now, this entire episode shows a bigger reality. Attacking underground nuclear facilities is far more complicated than it sounds. Iran spent years building these sites deep beneath mountains, making them extremely difficult to destroy even with the most advanced weapons. It also highlights how the fight isn't just happening on the battlefield, but also in the media, with both sides trying to control the story and shape what the world believes happened.